Hey there, and welcome to the At Heart YouTube channel where we share tactical advice to help you grow your small business and as an entrepreneur. My name is Brighton Beauty, and if you'd like to stay up to date on all of our future videos, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified when we drop a new video. So today we're going to be talking about taglines. Some of the best brands in the world have some of the most iconic and recognizable and repeatable taglines. Apple, think different. Nike, just do it. McDonald's, I'm loving it. And even the Dairy Farmers of America had one of the most iconic taglines ever, got milk. So this is typically the standard that a lot of small business owners feel like they have to reach when they're creating a tagline for their business. They feel like they have to be witty and cute and creative and almost abstract in the tagline that they create for their small business. I believe that's a terrible approach. It's not the right way to create a tagline for your small business. And here's why. Cute and witty taglines don't help you increase the understanding of your business. They don't give you a clear idea of what your brand and your business is actually going to do for that perfect customer. It doesn't really outline or articulate what makes you different from your competitors. It doesn't tell the customer how you're going to help them transform their life. And that's really what we should be doing with our tagline. So I'm going to lay out a few steps and a few points that you should be checking off when creating a tagline for your brand or your business. So the first thing is that your tagline should really be helping you grow your business. It should increase your bottom line. It should be making sales. That's really what your tagline should be doing. So how do we do that? Well, first we need to articulate what your brand does. If somebody sees your company name and your company name is super straightforward, like Acme Plumbing, then they know that you're a plumber. So your tagline could be something along the lines of, "We are always on time." Something as simple as that. It overcomes an objection, and I'm going to get to that in a bit here as another point. But really what it should do is articulate the problem that you're going to solve and how you're going to solve it. So think of that for your tagline, right? It should be increasing your business's bottom line. It should also help your perfect customer understand the problem that you solve in their life. The second thing is that your tagline should be one sentence. It shouldn't be more than one sentence. If it's more than one sentence, it's not a tagline, it's just a paragraph. So try and distill the ideas of the problem that you solve or the differentiating factor that your business has over the competition, and distill that down into as few words as possible. So that's the other thing, is make sure that it's really short, really concise, and straight to the point. Your tagline should also build on the desired reputation that you want for your brand. Apple does a great job of this with Think Differently as their tagline. Although it's a little bit abstract, they're always trying to push the envelope when it comes to creativity and innovation and entrepreneurship. So that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to instill that their products help their customers think differently. And this has pretty much been the theme for Apple throughout its entirety. So think of how you want your brand to be known, what you want your brand to be known for, and make sure that your tagline starts to actually help you build that reputation for your brand. So the next piece, and I've already talked about this already, is don't be too cute or too witty. By being cute and witty, although it may be a great play on words, that tagline isn't going to be direct and simple enough for somebody to clearly understand the first time they see it. We want to be clear and direct. We don't want to be too cute and too witty. Top brands in the world, some of the top businesses in the world, McDonald's, Apple, even Nike, they can get away with it. They can get away with being a little bit more abstract and aspirational to a certain degree in their taglines. But as small businesses, we don't have that luxury. We don't have the luxury of already having a really strong brand behind us and releasing or promoting a tagline that is witty or cute or creative. It doesn't hit. It doesn't have the same impact. So we need to make sure that we're not too cute, we're not too witty, and we are more to the point, more direct, and more clear in our taglines. Cute and witty taglines, honestly, really mislead and confuse our customers. If somebody sees Acme Incorporated and a cute and witty tagline underneath, it doesn't give any context to what your business actually does. So make sure that something, whether it's your business name or your tagline, is incredibly clear about what you do, what you offer, and how you help your customers. And finally, it's been an underlying theme throughout this entire video, but you need to be clear. You need to be incredibly clear. Your tagline needs to be so clear that after somebody reads it the first time, they immediately know what you do and they immediately know how you help them, or they know what problem that you can solve for them. That is what your tagline should do. As I've already mentioned, if your business name, so if your brand's name is something very clear already, like Acme Plumbing, you can use this opportunity to create a tagline that overcomes some sort of objection. So an example of a tagline that can be really clear and also overcome an objection for Acme Plumbing could be always on time. That is something that I think a lot of plumbers are known for, or a lot of tradespeople, unfortunately, are often known for, is not showing up on time. They give you a massive window. Even cable companies do this quite often, is they give you a large window where you have to be home and you have to be available. And sometimes they don't even show up within that window, and you've just carved out a part of your day that somebody didn't actually show up. So that simple tagline of always on time, although it's going to be something that you need to deliver on, it's going to set you apart from all the other plumbing companies in your area. So think of that. That is the mentality of that perfect customer, right? They think that plumbers are not always on time. They might have to wait around. So do something different. Set yourself apart. We go through a part in our process of the brand clarity framework that is called the superpower. And what the superpower is really is, it's the one differentiating factor that stands out and that business can be the best in the world at. And that's something that we distill down and define for each and every brand that we work with. We also do that in our Brand Clarity Masterclass online course. I'll put the link to in the description below if that's something that you're interested in. It's over 2 hours of guided video content, a workbook to work through every single exercise. And at the end of it, you walk out with a clear brand and marketing framework to really help boost your business and grow your bottom line. So the link will be in the description below for the Brand Clarity Masterclass online course, which we actually build out that superpower. But what that could be, actually, the superpower can end up being your tagline. So that tagline for a plumbing company, like I just mentioned, if it's Acme Plumbing, they already know you're a plumbing company, you do plumbing work, but what sets you apart? Your tagline will be always on time. So that's an example of a really clear and effective tagline for a brand. That tagline also overcomes an objection. So if people are worried about or trying to figure out what plumbing company to call when they Google, or they're looking through the phone book, and that's right beside your name or right beside the search title on Google, that will set you apart. So finally, I wanted to give an example of a great small business tagline. There's countless examples of big brand taglines. A lot of them I already mentioned, like a Nike or an Apple or a McDonald's. They're big, a little bit more abstract, and can be potentially confusing if you just put Nike's tagline in front of a flower shop. It just doesn't really make any sense and there's no context there. So let's see an example of a really great small business tagline. So a great example of a small business that has a really great tagline is Local Laundry. So I'm from Calgary, Alberta in Canada, and Local Laundry actually makes Canadian-made clothing that is inspired by the community. So in Calgary, our airport code is actually YYC. And a lot of Calgarians actually refer to Calgary as YYC. So what they ended up doing is creating a t-shirt, I believe it was their first product, that had a cross, it had YYC, and then it had a little icon underneath that showed what YYC or Calgary actually represented. And they've used this actual design to create customized clothing for the city that you live in, or the community that you're a part of, or the neighborhood that you come from. So they've done a really good job of doing that. But their tagline is Canadian made clothing. That's it. That's all it is. That immediately differentiates them from almost every other clothing brand in Canada. We don't really hear of many clothing brands being made in Canada. So for them and their tagline, which is in their social media bios, it's on their website, it's on their product packaging, and it's also even in the SEO. So when you Google local laundry, right beside it, it says Canadian made clothing. Immediately you know what they do, and it also starts to build the reputation of that brand. So Connor and Dustin at Local Laundry have done an incredible job of building their brand, and doing that by also articulating what makes them different, what their superpower is. And it really is building community and creating clothing in Canada and making that clothing really high quality and also represent the community that we're all a part of in Canada. So Local Laundry is a great example. Check them out. You can find their website in the description below if you're interested in buying their clothing. It's really, really awesome. I have many Local Laundry sweaters and hats and all that kind of stuff. And they're just awesome people as well. So check them out. But they have a great example of a tagline that really works for small business. So take some time to build your tagline. Make sure it's not too cute, make sure it's not too witty, make sure it's really clear and to the point. And I will see you next week on the At Heart YouTube channel, where we will share more tactical advice to help you grow your small business and as an entrepreneur.